Burritos.
You're fucking Mexican food.
I swear it's not always. It's just because
Every time I ask.
it's like, it's quick food. So tonight, yeah, like we had a bunch of stuff happening. So that's just what I can whip up in
quick
like
stuff.
2 seconds.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, you?
Haven't eaten.
Yeah.
I'll eat when I get home.
Okay.
If I eat before I come here, or like I need to eat, the last thing I do is eat. Otherwise I'd fall asleep.
What's your, do you have a food plan or you make a plan?
I got pizza.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay. Well, fortunately, I tried to make a pizza in the oven. We get these ones from Foodland. They're like almost like a wood oven pizza, but then you can put it in the oven.
Yeah.
I made it for Raph, and then I went to pull it out when it was ready, and the whole centre just like collapsed through the grill. So I was like, fuck. So I had to order a pizza. But, yeah, that's what I'll eat when I get home.
Have we started?
Yeah. This is just us warming up, you know. Bit of small talk.
Oh, okay.
That's what they did when I was on the news. They just start chatting to you and they're like, all right, we're going to get started. Yeah, cool, no worries. Okay. Just to warm up the conversation.
It's good to know what's on the news.
But, yeah. Hey.
Hey, how's
everyone. Daniel from Adelaide.
And Vic.
Also from Adelaide.
And we've got Amika in with us today.
Yes.
Client dog.
We had to have some diversity. Have a black dog with an Italian name.
Yeah.
Tick a few boxes there for the woke crowd.
Good.
What's happening, Vic?
I worked at Dog Club today, and it was really good. I showed the new girl. I was going to show her how to handle some dogs, but it was way too easy. Like every dog I got out was just like walking perfect with us. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, I'll show you on the next dog. Got the next that got, I don't know, must have had 4 dogs out. And they were just so good. Then we finally had one that was like pulling a little bit on the leash. So then I went to show her what to do about it. And then it stopped. Well, I don't know. This is going to be an easy gig. She just has to walk around the block. So, no, it was a really good day.
Would you believe that she's here for work experience? I think she's only 14.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. No, she, yeah, I mean, she handled the dogs fine, but it was easy dogs at the same time.
Good dogs to handle.
Yeah, really good dogs.
But that's pretty good when you got 18 dogs we had in today, and a 14-year-old can walk in with no prior handling experience and just start handling dogs. Yeah. So that just shows the standard that we work towards.
And it was good then, because then we can get multiple dogs out and walk in little packs and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So what was your highlight of the day? Because we have been talking about the highlight dogs.
The highlight dogs? Probably no one was tricky today. I like to usually work on tricky stuff and handle dogs today. So, no, I didn't have. They were all really good.
That's funny.
Who did you work today? You had some spicy
I had
dogs.
Sin and I had Nico. And
tell me about Nico.
Yeah, Nico is a German Shepherd, male. I think he's about a year, maybe just over a year. Big boy. And he had come to us to help with reactivity, people reactivity, dog reactivity. And when he came in for his assessment, he couldn't sit still, couldn't do nothing. Like everything was just creating his attention to divert from what he had to be doing, and the owner was nervous about me handling him and nervous about him just being out. Really, like she was just very tense because she's had a rough. I don't know. He's been in training before, but I don't know. Like, there's been a space between that and now, right? So, but in that time, she struggled to get him out because she's been trying to do it on her own a little bit, and smashed it. He would definitely be my pick of the day. He did his assessment on Monday. We showed already on Monday a different dog. Then came in for his first day yesterday, and he was in the wire crates down near the massage bed, and he a few times was trying to break out of the crates to get to other dogs and move the crate like good half a metre or so just by thrashing around in it. And, you know, after I took him out for his first session yesterday and put him back in there, got to the point where I could like walk a dog past there and just, hey, like just already fucking don't fuck around.
Yeah.
And like he was already starting to have some sort of attachment to the dog whisperer. And then today it got to a point where he was just laying down. Like he was like, yeah, I'm done with it.
I would have had no idea about all that history considering the dog that you walked today. Like,
yeah, with two other dogs.
Yeah.
Around people and past the cafe and all that stuff. And
no issues.
Nice and neutral and balanced.
Yeah.
It's good to finally have nailed down the techniques that are just getting the results with every single dog.
Yeah.
So it's been a good, I'd say about month here of continual searching for information and education, and just so happens that I stumbled across the gold mine in some respect anyway, or at least a big golden nugget that's added a good piece to our system and understanding of something that not many people really pursue a deeper understanding in. You think about most people that you've had a conversation about punishment, pressure, compulsion, whatever you want to call it in training, like people touch on it at balance training seminars because they go over the quadrants and stuff like that, but how many people do you know that have actually taken a deep dive education just in that component alone, just the pressure game? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's going really well.
Yeah, it's going really well. Really, really well. Soon we'll have to hire all the other dog trainers in Adelaide to come work with us down. So yeah, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, let's have a Sin update. How's she going? What's she up to?
Not so much about how she's going, it's how I'm going.
How are you going, Daniel? How are you?
Yeah, good. Apart from when you like hopped past me today at work and you made me jump because I thought there was a dog out. My nerves are still coming back. But I am at a point with the handling where I had the realization just the other day. I had my second consult with the secret man, right?
Yeah.
And after I was telling him that she was still coming up the line, and I was having some, well, not issues, but I was questioning with some of the little glimpses, like how far are we taking this new standard, right? Because we had the rules of no looking, pulling, sniffing on the walks, which obviously at the start when you're balancing out the dog, that's all done from a point of arousal, right? What's that? And what's that? And pulling over here, and I want to go sniff this, right? Whereas when there's a point of the dog being pretty much balanced, and there's a little glimpse here, but still at the trigger, right? It might be walking and like I could see that she, oh, there's a gum nut, but then keep walking, right?
Okay.
And then it was like, no, didn't correct it hard enough. You haven't extinguished the behaviour completely yet.
So she's thinking maybe it's still on the table.
Well, you know, maybe it's like a reformed fucking crackhead walking past and being like, well, I remember those days. And then continually walking. And all it gets is the thought. But the thought is not completely extinguished, right? So it's not a bad thing, but now in that situation with those little glimpses, it's hard to catch those little glimpses. So you need to try and set something up where you can elevate the response again so you can be done and dusted.
So that was my question is, were those little glimpses that you're seeing of the gum nuts, do you punish that interest?
Well, that's what he's saying. Like, A, it's hard to catch. B, it's like, it's a fine line at that point between, like, technically, yes, you should, but it's a fine line because they're little mistakes.
It's so minor. Like, if she's being good 99% of the time, why can't you get over that?
Well, kind of, and it's like, that's why, for the sake of relationship and not causing conflict in that moment over such a minute detail, that's why he likes to make corrections when it's actually a
big deal.
Yeah, big deal, right? So in terms of his advice was to set it up, either like collect gum nuts, take them to your facility, and just have her there and just start tossing gum nuts. Like try and trick her into creating a big enough response so then you can just be done and dusted with it once and for all. So that she knows that it's like, they're your gum nuts. Right?
Yeah.
So I need to set that up. However, the thing with the coming up the line still, again, the answer was not enough pressure. Not enough pressure. And I'm like, I don't think I can give more pressure. I think I'm giving all my pressure in the corrections. So then I really like narrowed down, and I sent him a video from the arena. And he was like, the issue on that one was your timing was just out. So then she came up the line at you because technically she wasn't doing anything wrong in that moment. You just missed the moment where she'd done something wrong. And now she's redirecting the conflict that you put on her back up to you, right? Which is going to be a natural response. So I'm thinking, okay, so I need to focus on my timing. I watched that video like 400 times. It was like a 5-second clip.
I want to watch it back.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I'm correcting her because she looks at a dog in the arena, but it's like, look at a dog, and I'm second guessing because I was locked in my head again over the anticipation of the redirection. So I'm like, oh, does it warrant me going through all that shit with her? Like, should I? Oh, it's not that big of a deal.
That hesitation.
Yeah, that hesitation just made me miss the mark.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was like, no, I got to do it. Bang. Correct her. And then she's like, fuck you, man. I wasn't doing anything wrong in that moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't this funny? I reckon with any other dog, like, because your timing in general is really, really good. I reckon any other dog, you would have nailed that situation. You'd be like, nope, this is what this dog needs, and just fucking done it. But with Sin, like, you're overthinking
100%.
those things. And I get the exact same thing. Like, if I watch videos, I'll do the same session with Niku and then with Indy and film it. And for some reason, like, watching it back, I'm like, oh, I should have, I do stuff so stupid with Niku. Whereas with Indy, because I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care, I'm just doing it. And I just do it, and it's really good. And he, like, improves so much in each session. Whereas with Niku, I don't know if I'm being weird. It's coming from me. But, like, what am I thinking in that moment that he's different from any other dog that I should behave differently? But anyway, sorry, I cut you off about Sin.
No, that's
so
fine.
yeah, so it was a timing thing.
Well, thinking about timing and power, and just then thinking about everything, I have now been focusing on that in the correction, and knowing myself that my corrections are. I'm thinking about strength in the corrections when I should be thinking about intensity of the correction. So I'm trying to, like, what I can now equate it to in my head is, like, I've been trying to do a right cross. I don't know if you know anything about martial arts, right? So right cross is where you're putting your full body weight behind it, and it's all about going through your opponent.
Okay.
Whereas a jab is just like a...
Okay.
It's not going through, it's just throwing that intensity pop out there, whoa, to stun them so that you can come with the right cross, right? So what I've been doing with my corrections is trying to go through the end of the leash, but to try and get the power, but also at the same time I've been anticipating the redirection, which has made me go through the end of the leash because I'm like, oh, but then she's going to come up, so I've got to keep my hand up at the top, right?
Yeah.
So the realization I had was that I am a step ahead of where I need to be able to just focus on what I need to get done, right? Which is now throwing everything out. because I'm anticipating the next step before I'm even there. So it's like I can't think about the redirection. I must have all my mind feel and thought about the correction alone, and then if the redirection comes, deal with the redirection. Whereas I was trying to deal with the redirection in the correction.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about that, plus how I've been holding the traffic leash. I've been holding it at the top of the loop, which is then therefore trying to get my power through my thumb at the end of the leash, where then for a couple of days I've been holding it at the base, which has now created the power coming from basically my pinky, which I showed you today.
Yeah. And I had to play around with that, and I felt stronger in that position as well.
That's right. So I've been playing with those little changes since Monday, and I've been able to deliver some corrections now, which have been high intensity and very snappy, that, let's say a couple of days ago, she would get the correction and then jump up at me, but then just fall back down. Right? Instead of jump up and try muzzle punch me and be like, fuck you, man. Right? Which was normally what she would do. So then over the past few days again, been practicing and getting timing good, snappiness good, to a point where even today after a walk, came back and she went to run through the gate and she got a correction and she didn't even jump. But so now again, it's like speaking a couple of weeks ago, it's like, oh yeah, man, such good progress. And now we're at a point where progress has gotten good, but now I need to change my handling to finish it off, right? We've taken her this far. So now the skill in the deliverance and effectiveness of the correction needs to be at the level just to cut it now.
Yeah.
And having said that, yesterday I felt really good, and then today I felt rushed in the morning walk because we had so many dogs here, and I'm like, oh, I got to get her out. So I got her out and took her for a walk just so she had been out. But the last few days, it's like, hey, me and you, let's go 40 minutes, half an hour, bang, and we've been smashing it. The whole time on the morning walk, I'm like, 18 dogs, is the work experience girl going to lose the dog, blah, 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 all this going through my head. So my head wasn't in the walk.
Yeah.
And therefore, I felt like I was just a bit not in the zone.
Yeah.
And then she got out because there was so much activity going on here. She got out and she was getting all mouthy and jumpy and just excitable. So I was just like, So then I took her for that walk, put her away. And then after we made our way through all the dogs, just after lunch, I took her for a really big walk. And that was a better walk.
Yeah.
And then, took her for a run home on the unicycle. So she's doing good. I spoke to him about may have mentioned a couple of episodes ago about the couple of times that we were at the park and she was sniffing in exploration.
Yeah.
And then she just charged.
Yeah. Then someone came up and she didn't realise until that last minute. So then she's hit the end of the line or something at them?
Yeah, well, she saw them, it was just bang.
Yes.
Was going to go at them.
Yeah.
Right? So again, that comes back to just dealing with those novel situations as they arise, but being a little bit more vigilant instead of in those situations. I saw the people first, I was like, oh, whatever, she's sniffing, right? In that situation would be call her back, put her back onto the control leash, and then keep walking. And then she gives any attention to that in the environment, and then she cops a correction for that also. And
so a bit of management until she's further into the program. Ideal situation is that stuff would come up and it wouldn't bother her. So.
Well, yeah. So what?
So you're addressing.
Well, you got to address it.
Yes. Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's management. I'd say
it's training.
Training, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's okay, you're all free, and now there's something in the environment that may set you off. So I'm going to get back into a place of control so I can correct if I need to.
Yeah.
And then if you give that because let's say if those situations where she did charge, it was like head come up, look at that, bang, although it was a split second. But if we're in the situation where we're in control and she's like, what's that? Straight away.
Yeah.
Like, no. Sorry, Mika. This is a working dog podcast, not a little pet dog podcast. Lay down. So that's what to deal with that. She has a short nerve. She's not nervous. She has a short nerve, meaning that she would be quick to respond in that situation, which he says is good, but we don't want to tap into that yet. You open that door.
You don't need that right now.
Oh, that's why even like our last session that we did was all talking about bite work, because we're going to now move down the path with her of controlling her bite work. But again, being a total balanced dog, being able to spike up and then at the flick of a switch, drop back down to neutral. So that's what the goal is. But we're talking about all this stuff. It's very important that the decoy you get to do with this dog, with what I need you to do, like they have to be on their game, because if the decoy fucks this up, you'll be booking my flight from England to come and fix that dog, because like you just don't want that.
Yeah.
Right? So, but with the right training...
We need more decoy.
Okay, we need more decoys.
That's another problem.
The right training and the right development, she's going to be a sweet dog.
Yeah.
Just got to take it slow, do it properly.
Yeah.
And not rush it. So
there's no rush, yeah.
We will probably start looking at that. But I'm not going to do any of that stuff until I can walk her. I need to be able to deliver a correction without her coming up the line. I need to get all that sorted. And once I'm confident that that's sorted, because when we're in the bite work, if she's not going to out, then she's going to cop correction. So there's going to be times where I need to correct her when she is in that elevated state. Maybe, maybe not, but I need to be able to do that, because we don't want to... If she's at a lower drive state at the moment and she cops correction comes up, you can only imagine higher arousal equals higher intensity. Then we don't want to mess with that. And she won't have a muzzle on because she's doing bite work. So, again, safety protocols will be followed. But apart from that, again, she's good. She's definitely improving, and I'm feeling a lot more comfortable around her, and a lot more trust is building. The relationship is developing. But again, once I'm at a point where I know that she's not, and again, could have had her lying here tonight most probably, could have had her... She comes inside, spends a lot more time even with the family, in the crate and stuff like that. But even Caitlin was like last night, she's like, oh, let's just get her out. And I'm like, no, like I know that she probably will be fine, but until I can be sure that she's not redirecting on me, then I will will then develop that side.
Yeah.
Right? So she can come out, she can spend some free time on the bed and all that sort of stuff. On her bed, not our bed. So that's sin, really. But I thought that tonight, obviously, talking about sin, the whole podcast starts about sin. But the beauty of going through this journey and this problem that we're trying to fix with her, or just, I wouldn't even say problem we're trying to fix, just developing this dog, because that's just what it is. The dog is where it's at. Is the flow-on effect that it's had to me personally, but then also to the business and to the people that come here. So if we start with... First of all, the problem has made me go and search for further information, continue my education. And again, not for any other reason, but to show the amount that I've invested into my own education over the past 5 years is what I'm paying for this guy now for an hour is probably, I don't know, some people might make that in a week. That could be like half of their wage in a week at least, right? For just I don't want to say everyday dog trainer, but just like a normal dog trainer that goes out there and works, like it's probably half your wage gone for an hour with this person. So I'm lucky to be in the position that I can actually do that. So I've gone and been pushed into this now to really have a deeper understanding of what dog training really is when it comes down to it, right? So it's changed a lot of my, I wouldn't say it changed a lot of my perception, but it's changed a lot of my understanding about how to run the dog's program and really how not to get stuck in negative reinforcement land, like the interruptions into rewards and the low levels of pressure to push you, like distract you, and then, you're distracted and you stop looking at the dog and now here's the food, right?
Yeah.
And then all these things as I go along, like all these different conversations I've heard from back then, maybe that's what they were talking about. And all these kind of sparks just go off in your head, right? And I remember watching a video from Haz from Shield Canine. He's a Canadian dude, and he was talking once about dog training and punishment, and people don't like to really acknowledge what like punishment is and the pressure that goes into punishment, all that sort of stuff. But the one thing you do not want to ever do is get stuck in negative reinforcement land, which is essentially dog does something, pressure comes on to interrupt behaviour. Yeah, you've interrupted the behaviour, dog gets a prize for being interrupted. And it's just like this cycle. And then, I watched that video and thought I knew what he was talking about. And then I was like, just the other day, that's what he really meant.
And this is not to dig the quadrants out of their hole, but that's what I keep trying to say with negative reinforcement. It's like, you're reinforcing the behaviors that you're looking for, but the behavior that you're trying to address, that you want to get rid of, still needs to be punished.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
But they still happen at the same time. Because by definition, if one behaviour increases and one decreases, you both have punishment.
I still think...
So then in that situation, just talking about that on the quadrants, if we're doing the pressure and we're still...
But that's why people are stuck in negative reinforcement
that's right, stuck in one, not the other, But that's not necessarily because they're not thinking about positive punishment. The pressure is not high enough to extinguish the behaviour. High enough to disrupt the behaviour, but not high enough to make it less likely to occur or not occur anymore.
Well, that's
Hold
exactly...
on, before we get cut off like last time. Yes, that's what?
That's what I'm saying, is you're stuck in negative reinforcement land when you're not... If you're not punishing the behaviour.
Yeah, but then you got to also ask, is it really negative reinforcement?
Or what, is it just nothing?
Well, I don't know, because if it's dependent always
It depends on the dog.
If it's always dependent on the help.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So then it's like it only occurs because the pressure comes. Not like the dog is walking there and doing the bad behaviour and then decides to disengage from that and check in with you because that behaviour is being reinforced in that moment. It's always dependent on the pressure to be there. So is it really reinforcing? Maybe in the moment it's reinforced that behaviour because you pushed him into that behaviour, but it's not really got a long-lasting effect either.
I think and this is a rabbit hole. I'm not trying to...
we're back in episode 1.
I'm not trying to open a can of worms, but maybe not a criticism, an observation about some Nepo trainers, especially maybe a novice Nepo trainer, where they're thinking they're applying negative reinforcement to a behavior. The dog then becomes dependent on the negative reinforcement, as in that's a signal for the dog to maybe enter into certain arousal or to begin a behavior sequence I think I see that.
I don't know if that's just knee popo specific. I think that's just learning pyramid specific. If you're not pushing into the stimulus control level, for those at home learning pyramid, you've got. We're going to go on a whole other theoretical journey. You've got the bottom level of the pyramid, which is
positive reinforcement. No, I fucking forgot all
the teaching phase, Teaching phase, something new. So that means there is always reinforcement. Every time, every rep, there's reinforcement. I have to teach you, I have to help you every time. Then we got the middle of the pyramid, which is
the not proofing. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Jesus, man. Intermittent reinforcement, right? The training phase, right? There's sometimes they help you, sometimes they're not. Now you understand the behavior. Sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you get it right? So we're about 50-50. It's in that zone where you really need to be going from always help to sometimes help, but sometimes help that is going to lead you to no help.
I rarely see people doing intermittent reinforcement.
What?
Well, I think lots of people don't graduate to that. They just do.
As in, okay, so you're saying most people stay at the bottom.
Just lots of training that I watch, everyone's
always got the help.
Always got the help, continuous reinforcement. So, and you mean
all those people in short shorts with balls under their arms?
Well, not
food in their hand.
Just everyone, Daniel. not just short shorts. Everyone. Yeah, continuous reinforcement.
Yes.
So does that mean they're still in the training phase, and they need to go to intermittent reinforcement?
Well, I mean, we're only seeing that video, so maybe just for that video was the one time that they needed the help. But then when they don't film, they don't need the help. But you think you'd do it the other way around and film without the help and do the help stuff off camera.
Well...
So... if that's what they're showing, imagine what they're hiding. Oh gosh. So, yes. I think that not many people do. And the problem is a lot of people then get stuck in that middle level also. But if we're looking from a realistic point of view, in the pet dog world, you don't really need to get to stimulus control. Right? You can get away with having sometimes help on the dog. Stimulus control is like 100%, except if the one time that the dog needs a correction, they get a correction. Like, very rarely would they get a correction.
Depends on the pet. Well, wouldn't you want...
You don't need it. It's a luxury, and it's something that you can work towards. No one's saying that you can't do it, but... pet dog world can get happily around, and most people do, is like they walk around, they've always got their dog on leash, so they've always got that control, they've always got their help. They don't need to. The stimulus control, not even government agencies need to get to full stimulus control because they've always got help. They've always got tools on the dog, right? Full stimulus control is nothing except for a naked dog and just my verbals.
Yeah.
Who needs that?
Yeah.
Sport world.
Sport world.
Yeah. Because you're on the field and you've got no tools on the dog and it's just me and you working now, which is like a good and a high level of training, which is great.
Yeah.
So I'm not shitting on it saying that the sport world only need that. But realistically, when you're looking at the pyramid, not everyone needs to get to that top level where it is only on verbal.
I agree.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. I sleep well tonight. So we just went on a massive...
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But I was talking about...
talk about this flow-on effect of your recent training and how that's affect your client dogs and stuff.
Yes. Well, I was talking about how I went on the... Yeah, it forced me to go and find that. Forcing me to go find that, again, made me have to create time because we're right in a position here where even with the business and how busy we were getting, I found myself in the middle of like a shitstorm because Mia and I parted ways, I should say. And for a time after that, like I reckon the week after 2 weeks after our business shot up, like overnight. And I was here just by myself. So the good thing is that needing to focus on sin meant I needed to create time, meant that I needed to relieve time. It was even, I think 1 week I messaged you and said, I need to take her out. I need to dedicate an hour a day. Like, can you cover class? Can you come and even hang here in the afternoon so I can get out, whatever it was. And from having literally everything on my shoulders to then rebuilding the whole staffing of this place in order to relieve my pressures, to escape and avoid the pressures put on me, in order so I could go train my dog, has now made me like absolutely ace the staffing of this place. And we've got a team of, I reckon we've got a team of like 8 to 10 people now. All casual staffers, but everyone's got their roles and doing different things. And got some volunteers that come in and help. And we've created a team that is all in on the vision, which is a good thing. Like in a workplace you go to, some people are just there because they need a job and they get paid. But like we've built a team of people that have drunk the dog club Kool-Aid. Carl in particular, he's all in, he's on the all-in team. And, I don't say Carl in particular. He's very enthusiastic and motivated by the vision. Nice. Everyone else is, but he's very outwardly motivated and shows his motivation. So we've done that, had to build a team to be able to let me go and train my dog. And now we've done that. And now also the new skill set that we've applied to all the new dogs is just like bang, 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 bang. And it's just created now something that we are now going to be undeniably unrivaled in South Australia. That's what I'm putting my name to. The gap between us and the rest of the industry is just going to go too far, too big. Because I won't stop investing in my own education. And again, not naming particular, but as a general rule of thumb, you would struggle to find dog trainers that have been to a 2-day seminar in the last year or two, let alone actual consistent every year professional development. And if we're being honest, like 2-day seminars are good, you might take a takeaway, but unless you're continually educating and coaching, like progress is slow. So that's one thing that I was always reinvesting, putting money back in to grow the business. And the only way you're going to do that is by getting good knowledge, which has been a good journey. So that is that. And now we're on to bigger and better things.
I think the results, meaning the dogs that you turn out, will speak for themselves.
Yes, and that was always my thing. I've engaged marketing people in the past, and they tried to put the whole, this is how we'll market it, and I'm like, just show what we do. Yep. Like, just let the results speak for themselves. And then even with some of Carl's ideas, I'm like, And he's like, not that they're bad ideas, but it's like, I don't like it. Like, just because it doesn't gel with me. But like we'll attract all these people and all this stuff. I'm like, people come here because they need us, man. Like the results will speak for themselves. That's what I want. I don't want to have to pull people in here because I had a cool catchphrase on my poster type thing. Right? It's just like, hey, you need the results that we can get.
Yeah.
Not because you're, like I'm above you and you're below. It's like, you just need results. And we can give you guaranteed results. Because everything is just panned out to the point where now we're just knocking every dog off Hold on. We're not knocking them off. With every dog that comes through, we're knocking off. They start with me. All the trouble dogs start with me. And like Nico, he's been here 2 days. He'll be to the general staff next week.
Yeah.
The owners were worried about me handling him at the start of this week.
Yeah.
And he'll just be handed off to everyone else next week.
How, can I ask one thing, how are you tackling, so often dogs are great for their dog trainer, and I definitely find that if I handle a dog, it looks really different when you hand them back to the owner. So how are you trying to improve, or how have you improved that handover process back to your clients?
I thought you'd never ask, Vic, but we're going to have our live infomercial now about the new service I've created.
Okay.
So let's take a step back. The whole Mildura scenario happened because...
Yeah, so you were going to do a seminar or something, a workshop in Mildura.
Yes.
And now you're not?
No, I'm still doing Mildura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm still doing Mildura. And I got another one in Queensland in September. So Mildura, August, Queensland, September. What spurred on the Mildura one was because I really can't remember. I don't know if I had a conversation with someone who suggested, oh, maybe you should look at regionals like ages ago. But for some reason, a few weeks before, or the week before I announced the Mildura thing, it popped into my head. And I'm like, really? No. What it was, I saw someone else that's done regional tours. And I was thinking, because they keep going back to the same spot because they announce it online. I'll be here these dates, I'll be here these dates. I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, but what really are people going to get? Like, that seems like a lot of work just to drive out to do privates with people, do private session. And then like, really, what are you getting? What progress are you getting with these people if it's just the general stuff? So I was like, now with our system, it's at a point where I was like, actually, I think I could go into a town for 2 days and change people's lives.
Well, you're getting results in 2 sessions.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why the Mildura one is the first of our new format, right? So it's going to be more intensive coaching where the participants will get pre-videos, not how-to videos, just watching the process videos, right? Don't stop and go get your dog. Don't practice this on your own. Watch it and just watch what I'm talking about. Watch what the dog is doing. Watch what the handler is doing, all that sort of stuff. And then that will be about 3 videos. So it'll be about an hour to an hour and a half worth of videos. And then when I go out, each participant has a session with me each day, which we will then run through the coaching. And so that's fine. That's like the first edition. Already for the Queensland one, we're changing it. So people are more like a seminar where, again, they'll have the pre-videos. We'll go there, but instead of just having your time slot with me each day, like if you want to stay around and watch, like you can watch other dogs, right? So it's more like, we'll go for the full day and then we can cycle dogs through and all that sort of stuff.
I think that's a good idea, having it more like a seminar format, just because of the stuff that you'll learn from watching the other dogs, which may or may not get missed in your particular session, but might still come up. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be the format for the Brisbane seminar. And then I was thinking, because I swear to God, someone's like mucking with us. How does that usually go off at 8 o'clock? And now it's 10 o'clock.
Did you arm it earlier?
No.
Because it was armed when I got in to let Amika out.
Oh, God. That is the Brisbane seminar. And then in one of the dog training and support groups, Australia, something like that, someone was looking for help with a dog. They ended up being in South Australia. And I was recommended by someone in Queensland. So I reached out to that person. That turns out that they're in Clare. And for some reason, I thought Claire was on the way to Mildura. I'm like, I'll be out that way next month.
Claire's? Not very far away.
Yeah, I know, Clare's north, whatever. Because every time we go to Renmark, we go out north, and I know that when I went to Western Australia, I went out north, and I went through Clare, so I'm like, yeah, both north. So anyway, turns out, when I found out that Clare was only an hour and a half away, I was like, yeah, I could... and when I realised that Renmark was the complete opposite direction, I was like, well, you're only an hour and a half away. So we've got this intensive format that we do, and you can drive down an hour and a half and spend a few hours with me, and we'll make sure that you leave with everything you need to be able to just sort your shit out.
Yeah.
And so they're keen to do that. So even if you have to take like an annual leave day and come for half a day. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. No worries. 3 hours of my time to coach someone. Then I was like, do I really need 3 hours to coach someone? And how can I do it so it's not just like me wanting to hit my head against a brick wall sometimes? Like 3 hours, that's a long time just to be with one person.
That's a long time.
And then Helen came in today. Hey, Helen and Marley. Because she wanted some further education on her handling. And we've had a fair few of our hardcore students come in to day training to...
Do some handling.
Yeah, do some handling and further their skills and get their hands on other dogs and have a bit of coaching with me. Okay? And we were walking around, and I did a couple of laps with her, coaching her. And I was like, all right, this lap you're on your own. Like, I was with her, but I'm not coaching you anymore. Like, you do it. And then she just smashed it. So I was like, what we'll do is we will now create the service where people from the regions, or anyone that's in a situation where they have a high level dangerous situation or extreme situation where they need to get it under control ASAP. They can't just be like, oh, we'll just go through the normal flow and over the next month to 2 months, everything will get better. So no. So what we're going to do is we're going to still have that intensive product where people from the regions or anyone can come, and they'll spend they'll get the pre-videos of what's expected, the process, what we talk about.
Yeah.
And then they will come and I will coach them until I feel they're ready to just join the day training crew. And then they can go and practice on 4 or 5 other dogs while they're here. And the whole thing of that intensive program is that you will not leave here until you feel that you've got it under control.
Yeah.
That could be the whole day, but it's not my whole day, right?
Yeah.
But the value and the experience of that for someone to come here for a whole day, half a day, however long it takes. But once they get the handling under control, then they go, and then I'll certify that they've done our intensive handling program, and they'll get a certificate. So that's what we're looking to do with that. So that's another thing that's popped up through all this. And yeah, that's it. I think that what I missed before when I was talking about with the sin problems, about the journey that it's put me on, I had to go source knowledge, and then realizing the cool thing from a personal development journey is that the things that I need to fix in her, I think I said to you the other day, the things I need to fix in her, I need to grow within myself. So I need to grow my level of dominance over her because she's being dominant over me, right? And I need to grow to the level in which I can hold that line in the sand and reduce her to sit under me, because right now we're too much side by side. And that's why she feels it's acceptable to come back at me. So I think that's pretty cool. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror. What do I need to fix about myself? And as you say, I say sometimes to people, every time you point a finger at the dog, there's 3 pointing back at you. So you can sit here and talk about all her problems, but all her problems are my problems.
Our dogs are reflections of us.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. This dog training journey is personal development journey, and I think anything that is practiced to a high level, and when you see something as an art form, whether it be pottery or painting or jiu-jitsu, Like, it all has to come to a point where, like, everything that you practice there is a true reflection on yourself. And then you have to be able to control parts of yourself, grow parts of yourself, in order to be able to be very good and have your own flavour. So yeah, it's cool. Every day I have like different profound awarenesses from dog training and life, and skills that I learn help me deal with things in life.
I think I said this on a previous podcast, like I look at myself, my own training 6 months ago and think, oh, I am so much better of a trainer now than I was 6 months ago. And I feel like that just all the time. I don't know if you feel like that as well.
Yeah, better trainer, but then at the same time you feel like you know nothing.
Yeah.
You still have that imposter syndrome, right? So it's like, yes, because you're just dealing with bigger problems and you got bigger challenges. And
I think you understand certain things in a different way.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
So a problem might seem bigger than you realised when you first showed up.
Yes. Yep, 100%. I think that's probably about it from my side.
Yeah.
What do you got to add about Sin? And
I miss her.
Yeah.
I'd like to handle her, but I know
it'll happen again soon.
It'll happen again soon. What I've seen of her, she's looked good. I had a dog out on the long line. Well, you had her out on the long line at the park. Was that last week?
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah, she looked great.
Tell us about the scent night.
Oh, scent night was so much fun. There were 5 of us in competition and probably just a few people away. So hopefully we run it again soon. We had Alice set up 3 search areas for us. Both my dogs know Noseworx odor. So she used Niku, my black dog, as her tester dog. So she set up 3 spaces in the facility. We all waited outside. We had a handlers meeting. We ran through the rules for the night. She's Niku as the tester dog, so to make sure our odor was detectable in all 3 spaces, and she set a time limit based on how long it took him to find odor as well. And then, we had 3 rounds. We each did the first search area, and it was so funny, people coming in, and the second search area was just bricks on the ground here. And I failed that one because Indy sniffed the first brick for like 1 second, and then he sniffed the second brick for like 3 seconds, and I was trying to be quick. So I was like, alert, 6 seconds.
You wanted your prime roll.
It wasn't in that brick. I was wrong. So I was just being an idiot. But, so I ran out real fast because I wanted to make it look like, I got a really fast time. But I was talking so much shit, like, I'm going to go home with all this dog food because there was prime rolls as prizes. And I didn't go home with anything.
That's all right.
Because everyone was so good. I was so impressed. Like, everyone's been training so well. And, I watched some of the videos of some of the searches after. And, the dogs, you can see them get onto odor. Khan was the best as far as he went into full indication, found odor laid down. So it was super clear to her, whereas my indication for my dogs is just a freeze. So it's like if they've stopped to sniff something or if it's a freeze, I need to read that properly in competition. But it was so much fun. We were all amped up. We were all out there like, waiting our turn and prepping our dog and coming in. Yeah, it was really cool. You have to come next time.
I will definitely. What was the prizes / like what was the winning spots? Like,
so we did 3 search areas, and it was recorded who searched each area the fastest, but the winner was the average fastest time. And only one dog actually searched all 3 areas and found odor all 3 areas. Everyone else called odor incorrectly at least one of the spaces. Okay. So I think it was good because it was such a mix. Alice made it challenging enough that it's given all of us something to work on before the next round.
That's good.
So
who won that?
Russell the Rottweiler, he searched all 3 areas and nice and quick. So he won the average fastest.
Well, we are like the unofficial Rottweiler Club of South Australia.
There was lots of Rottweilers.
Yeah, we've got a lot of Rotties here.
Because Marley was competing as well, and Martel was competing.
Martel, the French Rottweiler from Harndorf, the Harndorf Leather Shop. Go and visit Martel.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was 3 Rotties out of the 5 dogs in comp. So...
Cool.
It's like the Dog Club Rottie Club.
Yeah, the subgroup.
I told Helen she should start a Helens with Rottweilers club because we've got 2
Helens
at Dog Club.
And what was the other category of?
So there was also a prize for best team performance. So that went to Khan.
Yes.
Because, like I said, he did full indication each time.
Yeah.
And then trainer's pick was just what impressed Alice. And she gave that to Marley because while she was watching, even though her handler didn't pick up on it, Marley was on odor each time and heading to odor each time, and sometimes got interrupted on the way to odor. But she thought Marley worked really, really well.
Yep.
So Marley won trainer's pick.
Cool.
I don't know why I didn't win trainer's pick.
Because you were a trainer.
But yeah, it was a really fun night. Let's do it again.
We have to. We're going to start doing some cool stuff around that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you know my idea. I want to start the Underground Scent Club where people can come on a Friday or a Saturday down our dark, dingy alley, bang on the door 3 times like old speakeasy, have jazz music playing, big bouncer at the door, $100 buy-in, and no one leaves with their money. The house always wins.
House always wins.
Gosh.
No,
so yeah, I think that it would be cool to throw out like a proper, I shouldn't say proper competition, but just a cool street vibe comp rather than just like the ANKC comps that are on at the moment. On a Saturday afternoon, you've got to go sit there for 4 hours, wait for your turn to be called and all that sort of stuff. Whereas we could start having little nights where, there's only 10 spots. You can buy your ticket. These are the prizes. Make prizes worth people wanting to come down. And whether it's like dog equipment or whatever it is, just make it, just put the prize money, put the entrance fees back into the prizes so that people want to come and just have some food, have some drinks. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, 100%. All right, well, let's wrap it up for the night because I'm hungry and it's now late.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
That's all right. Thanks for staying put, Amika. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
She's a good podcast dog.
She is a good podcast dog. She's staying with me for 4 weeks. So she may be here for another episode. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Good night.
All right.
Let's roll.
We forgot to do this last few episodes. The card.
The cards.
Are you going to do your legit shuffling?
Is that okay?
Yeah. Like, just in case I came and, like, stacked the deck so I knew what was coming. Let's go with that one. Oh, it's a 3 of clubs. And it says, bloodhounds can follow tracks that are over 300 hours old and can stay on trail for over 130 miles. Go Team Bloodhounds.
That's impressive.
That's like one that would have got you excited, Vic, because you like your trekking.
I love tracking.
And the last thing, what we never do yet, is like we need to start doing what people do on YouTube, and they're like, if you want to support our channel, like and subscribe, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Then we have to get one of those graphics that pops up, and it's got the little bell.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Like a click here.
Yeah,
situation.
that's it. Click here. We need to do that. So like us and follow us, please. Thank you. See ya.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.